Vedanta, the non-duality. I visited teachers in the Zen tradition and Buddhism. I made voyage to India, met a lot of very, very good people. So at the university I realized you are learning here things which are very interesting, but it doesn't touch my heart. And I stand still to the word university. You know, on the university you have a lot of faculties, a specialist. And I discovered that a specialist is someone who knows a lot of things from less. He's specialized. He has lost oneness. So, in science, I discovered you cannot find the truth. There's even a sort of mind control, what you have to learn. For this moment, I discovered, for instance, that the theory of Darwin is plenty of lies. It's not allowed to say it at university, because you cannot take your degree if you say that. But later I decided I'm going to study Darwin, all the things which has appeared. I learned that human being is not a material body or a brain. We are totally consciousness, really consciousness. It was a very long journey for discovering that. And then suddenly, after some experience in your own life, which is sometimes difficult to speak about it, now our time is more open, you can speak about it, I realized what I felt as a little boy, that oneness is our base. It's the base of everything. We are one, and we are oneness. And then you look around you and you see a world in separation, struggle, war, hungry, earthquakes, seaquakes, a lot of power, people who are stealing a lot of things, some people who are so rich that you ask the question, you pose the question, how is it possible? Do you need all these things? And I was in a conflict. And my search began, what is evil? From where it is coming? Because I had a strong struggle with that. I couldn't understand. And I thought, I want to know the root of evil, why it does exist, why it is. So I made studies from the background, from Nazism, fascism, communism, and I discovered a lot of things you cannot find in the well-known books in history. Things which are forbidden to speak about it. And I wrote about it. I wrote also about what can meaning the truth for you. What is the truth? Like Gandhi said, truth is God. And then you see that we are entangled in a network of lies. So, after my university, my studies in the university, I was a time teacher on the high school. I had the possibility to teach a lot of students, thousands of students, and I liked my profession. I gave teachings in anthropology, philosophy, comparative religion. We had beautiful dialogues, meetings, and we made a search together to what is truth. And I said to my students, I'm not interested in your end result after the examen. I'm only interested if you are going to be a good human being. That's the most important. After being teacher for 13 years, for thousands of students, they asked me to become scientist in a big library in Amsterdam. The library is named Bibliotheca Philosophica Hermetica. There you can find back all the old knowledge from alchemical tradition, which is coming from the Arabian world. You can find the information about the great mystics from the East and the West, like Meister Eckhart or Jacob Böhme, or from Sufism, Halai, Tabriz, Rumi. And I could immediately recognize it because as a young boy I made studies from all these religions, spirituality, because it was very strong in my heart. I would know what is the truth. So if I came in the library in Amsterdam, I had the possibility to make the studies about the ancient knowledge, which I had done years before. I was seeking, speaking with wise people, making voyages to several countries. And we met in India, even in the forest, some beautiful teachers, not well known, because often if you are not well known, you can be a very good teacher. It's simply. So we met someone in the forest. It was like an energy of love, an energy of light. He told me things, and I learned a lot of things. I met a yogi who taught me the secrets of the Bhagavad Gita and gave me a manuscript. He had seen me in a dream before that I should come to India and that we had a deep meeting. So, for instance, in that country, in my journey, in my discovery, I learned a lot of the treasures of India. And I visited also Tibetan monasteries because I feel a very strong relationship with the Tibetan people. I like them so much. Beautiful people. They are honest, open, non-violence, because you know the whole world is full of violence. Big problem in me, that you like to act with the opinion, never use violence. And then you see a lot of violence around you. And then I met Rinpoches, beautiful teachers, precious teachers, that's the name Rinpoche. And they taught us. They taught a lot of things which you can realize in your own consciousness. I talked with people who were tortured, and what they said touched my heart completely. That they could bring the torture to a higher level than their personality.